Howdy, folks. How's everybody doing tonight? Am I coming through loud and clear? Let me know. Hope everybody's doing well on this Sunday night. If you are anywhere near me on the map, you know it is a very, very cold night. Now let's see who's with me here so far. Oh goodness, what is going on? Let's see who's with me so far. Over on Twitch, I've got Grave Dank and Olivia. Over on YouTube, I've got Swaggy G, Joe Reese, Andy Breckenridge, DJ Ewan, Entertainment Wizard, Joey, got Dave, Coop Schneider, Spiral Bong. Let's see, got Rick Hunter, Saturn Video. How do you like the new Crosses EP? I think I've heard most of it, and I do like it. I like it a lot. Get my camera situated here. What's up, Kevin? Kev24M. There's JoJo Reese, Joe Bob Tarhill, Dylan, Rick, TH Jamie, Scratch Burno, Alex Bacon, Jimmy L, Punisher Batman fan, Eric Samuel Perry. Yeah, right on. Hope you guys are all doing well tonight, hanging in there. Yeah, it's almost the holidays. It'll be Christmas Day in 1 week. I can't believe it. Christmas Day in 1 week. Goodness gracious. Hope you guys all have your Christmas shopping done. 24 degrees where you are, Andy. A chilly night in Georgia. 25 degrees in Jersey. Holy crap. It's currently 28 degrees where I am. Thursday and Friday are going to suck. I got to work outside those nights. Oh, geez. Layers, my friend. Layers. I'm going to do a quick shot for everybody who's joined me here tonight. All I've got left of the Good Doctor is root beer, but I am going to go make a run here very soon. I've got to get some more of the menthol mint. If I can get this thing open. Good Lord. There we go. I always screw the caps on these way too tight. Got to get some more of my menthol mint. Need to get some more the cherry flavored Good Doctor. But here we go with the root beer. Cheers to all you fine folks, whether you're wherever you are in the world. Cheers. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Yummy. I live in Arizona. This coming Friday morning, it's supposed to be -7. Jeez, Joe. Jeez. Jojo Reese, you got a Christmas card. Cool. Thanks for the Christmas card from you and Jeremy. Well, you're very welcome, Joe. Glad you like it. I saw somebody mention they'd been to a horror convention recently. Bog Zombie went to a horror con this weekend. Live stand-up by Jamie Kennedy and live musical performance by Corey Feldman and Tim Capello. Interesting convention. Wow. A Corey Feldman live show. Now that I would like to see. That I would like to see. Yeah, Olivia, I think the menthol mint, it cures what ails you. Put it that way. Take care of that head cold like nothing. Like nothing. What's up, Mid-Level Media? How you doing, Ken? Well, let's. Did anybody get out to see that new Avatar movie this weekend? The Way of Water. Anybody get out to watch that? It's 46 degrees in Las Vegas. Wow. That's got to be frigid for Vegas, I would think, right? What's the temperature like out in Cali? I got you hooked on the menthol mint. So nobody went and saw the new Avatar this weekend? No desire to see the new Avatar? Not interested? God, no. 48 in Houston. Okay. So the new Avatar movie, it's got to break $2 billion. It's got to make $2 billion just to break even, right? $2 billion. And it grossed $134 million over the weekend. And it was expected to gross like 150, between 150 and I think what, I think the estimate was somewhere between like 150 and maybe 200, and it did 134. So, yeah, it not off to a good start. And honestly, I'm not surprised. I mean, it was okay, not a big deal. Okay, in your opinion. Just hit Florida, going to Disney World tomorrow to give them a piece of... Okay. So, yeah, I not doing too hot at the box office. I think it's doing pretty well across the pond. It's doing well in China, I understand. But 39 degrees in Sacramento. 39 degrees in Sacramento, California. Gosh, that's got to be frigid for y'all over there. Holy crap. Oof. Goodness gracious. $17 degrees in northern Indiana. My goodness. Yeah, over 3 hours long. I mean, that's just, I don't know. I don't know. It really depends on what it's going to do in its second weekend. I mean, if I don't see it doing much in its second weekend, to be honest. But I don't know. I don't know. There just wasn't any hype for that movie that I could see. What's up, Nick? Loving the look of the hat. Well, thank you, sir. Thank you. It's not making $2 billion, that's for sure. Doesn't look that way, that's for sure. When it's 60 here, act like it's freezing and throw on jackets and beanies. Yeah. I think it's the same way in Florida. If it gets below like 70 in Florida, they're putting on, sweaters and jackets. With trailers, it was about 3 hours and 40 minutes long with trailers. Jeez. Wow. Holy crap. What's up, Sting of the Scorpion? 3 hours and 40 minutes with trailers. But yeah, I don't see it breaking 2 billion at this point. But I don't know. We'll see what happens next weekend. I don't. I see it. It may still. It may still do okay next weekend. I kind of doubt it, but I mean, you never know. It's getting a lot of good reviews, though. It seems like the word of mouth has been positive. And even though it's underperformed, like most of what I've read about it has been like, they don't want to say that it's underperformed. They don't want to say that maybe, it's in trouble. If it doesn't at least break even, are they going to move on with all these other Avatar movies that Cameron has planned? And are they going to restrict him budget wise? If so, I don't know. I'm not interested in seeing it personally, either in theaters or when it hits streaming, to be honest. I thought the first Avatar was okay. I got into it. I thought it looked great. The action was cool. It wasn't anything. From a story perspective, it was the same old. I've seen that story told a dozen times before, but visually it was good, and but yeah, no interest in any of the sequels, to be honest. Who will the filmmakers blame for the losses? Good question. I don't know. No, not talked about the Keep remake yet. Avatar 3's already finished, and Cameron said it's set to be an end chapter if this one underperforms. Okay. Well, part 3's done, and part 3 may be that end chapter. So all these other Avatar movies that he has planned may not happen. It's literally Pocahontas. Yeah, it's Pocahontas. It's Dances with Wolves. It's you name it. There's dozens of movies like that. The Last Samurai with Tom Cruise. The list just goes on and on. So, and that's what I've heard about the movie, that the story is just kind of crap. It's paint by numbers. It's tropey. But, visually, it's pretty stunning. So, anywho. Anybody check out that Scream 6 teaser trailer? Thoughts on the long-awaited Scream 6 teaser trailer? Let's see, how long did that thing log in? By the way, if you've not dropped a like on the stream, please do so. I'd appreciate that. So the Scream 6 teaser, it logged in at 1 minute in length. 1 minute. Well, 106, 1 minute, 106, that may actually be too long for a teaser, to be honest. Am I going to order the Dark Sky Texas Chainsaw Massacre 4K? Probably. What's that thing going for right now? Texas Chainsaw Massacre 4K, $44. I thought it was actually lower than that. I thought it was like $39. $44.98, 4K. It's supposed to have some new extras on it, and it's supposed to have ported over all the old extras. I think there's supposed to be 4 hours or something worth of extras on this thing, new and old. So there's a new feature-length documentary, The Legacy of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So yeah, I'll probably get it. It's the Texas Chainsaw Massacre after all, so yeah. I'll end up getting it, I'm sure. But yeah, the trailer. No, I'm not going to play the trailer. I don't want to get. I don't want to get a copyright thing from Paramount. So, no. If you've not seen it, I'll break it down for you. It's the gang in a subway in New York. And it must be Halloween time because there's a bunch of people in costumes and masks. There's somebody wearing a hockey mask. There's somebody wearing a pinhead mask. And there's several people wearing Ghostface outfits. Is one of them the real Ghostface? Are there multiple real Ghostfaces on this subway car with all the gang? And to me, that footage all looked like it was shot just for the teaser. But I've been told that that scene is actually in the movie. They just, it's different though from the teaser. So kind of like how with the Scream 5 trailer, they threw some curveballs at you with that trailer. They were a little deceptive with that trailer. They're deceptive with the teaser too. So, and I assume when the full trailers start to come out, they'll be deceptive also. Hey, what's up, Christian? How are you doing? So you think Brian Austin Green is Ghostface in this one? Wow, what a twist that would be. Holy crap. If Brian Austin Green is revealed to be the killer in Scream 6. Wow. But yeah, that was the teaser. And yeah, there you go. Ghostface is in New York. The gang are on a subway train, and it's Halloween, and there's a bunch of Ghostface in there with them. But which one is the real Ghostface? And who wants to take an over-under on how long Courtney Cox is going to be in this movie? Or Gale Weathers, put it that way. I'm betting Gale Weathers does not make it out of the first 15 minutes of this movie. That's my bet. They're only bringing her back to offer in the first 15 minutes. Because that's what they do with legacy characters in these things. Nick says 5 minutes. Do I think Matthew Lillard returns? No, I hope not. I hope not. I really hope not. Well, I think they could use Gale's death as a way to... They could, because, Nev is not supposed to be in this one. So they can say that, oh, well, Sydney just took off. She went into hiding with her family. Well, Gale's death in this one could be what brings her out of hiding for the next one, because Sydney's going to be in the next one. There's no doubt about that. So, I mean, that could be the justification for knocking off Gale. And then wouldn't it be nice? They'll have like a funeral service for Gale, and they'll bury Gale right next to Dewey. Wouldn't that just be so sweet and just bring a tear to your eye? Or, bile to the back of your throat, which is what it would do to me. So yeah, the Scream 6 teaser, it finally dropped, and I do want to, let's check. It was 1 minute long. The teaser trailer was 1 minute long. Let's see who made the longest reaction video to that 1 minute long trailer. Here's a reaction video that was 10 minutes long. Here's one that's 650, 9 minutes, 929. Well, actually, Jamie Kennedy did an 11 minute and 35 second reaction to it. So far, he's winning. Let's see here. Holy crap, somebody did a 15 minute and 32 second reaction video to that. Jesus Christ. Here's a 9 minute 49 reaction video. Jesus Christ. How can you, I mean, damn. Jamie can a lot of people can clearly ramble on. I mean, good God. You know, if you can go on for more than 5 minutes about a 1 minute trailer teaser, good God. Imagine somebody doing a whole live stream on the trailer, though. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, let's turn this entire live stream. Let's go for 3 hours and just talk and break down the Scream 6 trailer. Every frame of it. Those are rookie numbers. You know. Let's see if we can look at every little poster or every little piece of graffiti that's on the side of the train car. Maybe there's a hidden message in there somewhere, you know, that the filmmakers have dropped in. Maybe somebody wrote Stu on the side of the thing, so that means Stu's definitely back. Here's the thing that's going to bother me, though. If they don't include the song The Darker Side of the Night by Metropolis on the soundtrack somewhere, it's a wasted movie. It's totally wasted opportunity. That song needs to be on this soundtrack. They probably went over it. Yeah, I'm sure they went over it frame by frame. I mean, even then, good God. I mean, that's a lot of bloviating. Yeah, that's an interesting point, Christian. We've got Scream 6 coming out. We've got Saw 10, Evil Dead Rise. And I don't know if this year's any indication, the legacy movies may not do as well as you know, some of the originals. I for one am really stoked that bloviating $10 word. Thank you. Yes, indeed it is. I for one am really excited and happy that these non-legacy horror movies did as well as they did. Smile and Barbarian. Even something like Nope, even though, I mean, Nope had, you know, Jordan Peele behind it and whatnot. I mean, it was, you know, it was an original. So, I think there's hope. I think there's hope for more originals. Not that, I want Scream 6 or Saw 10 to do bad. Yeah, I've seen those movies before. I've just seen those movies before. Yep, X and Pearl, both, Yep, The Black Phone, it did really well. So we had some great original horror movies that performed well at the box office. That's always good. That is always good. Have you guys kept up with all the with everything that's going on in the DC universe as of late? Is anybody keeping up with that? Yeah, I mentioned Barbarian. Yep, I agree. Terrifier 2. Yep. Even though it's a sequel, I mean it's not like it's the 12th or 13th one. So that's really, I mean, geez. $200 million or $200,000 movie is grossed what? How much is it grossed so far? So, yeah. The DC stuff, the whole DCEU has been just such a train wreck from the beginning, and even when they try to reboot it, they can't even reboot it right. Like they've brought in James Gunn to oversee the new DCEU. He's employing this scorched earth mentality, which I think is a good thing. They need to start over fresh, but they've still got an Aquaman movie that's coming out, and they've still got this Flash movie that I guess they're going to release. I don't know. Even though, I mean, who's going to watch that Flash movie, considering all of Ezra Miller's shenanigans? And then like all this goofy stuff with Henry Cavill. At first Henry Cavill's out as Superman, and the internet goes crazy, and Henry Cavill is our Superman, and we want Henry Cavill back, and yada yada yada. And so they say, yeah, he's back. Henry Cavill is back as Superman. So he quits The Witcher. He's back as Superman. Now the internet's happy. And then 2 weeks later, they're like, yeah, no, he's out again. Like, what? I don't get that. You're barely in the you can't even reboot this thing correctly. Even with James Gunn, it's just, and I'm more hopeful for DC movies than I am for Marvel movies, to be honest. And there's the outliers that the Joker was great, the Batman did really really well, the first Wonder Woman movie did really well, Aquaman did really well, but it's just one. It's just so mishandled and mismanaged, and the one good thing, they want to nuke the Snyderverse so badly, yet they've still got huge roots in the Snyderverse. And the one thing that I think Snyder did well is Superman, because Superman is boring. Superman is a Superman. His only weakness is kryptonite crap. And other than that, he can do anything. He's unstoppable. He's boring. Snyder added this human element to him, and Henry Cavill did an excellent job of portraying that. What's up, Keith? How you doing, man? That's the one thing that I can point at in the Snyderverse and say he did that right. No Henry, no more. Yeah. Yep. They've already, it's crazy. It's crazy. And I mean, who's to say the next Superman might not even be a man? And James Gunn is somebody who's on social media. So, I mean, he knows what's going on social media. And that's why I thought they brought him back. They brought Henry Cavill back. And then they're just like, no, we've moved past it. Christopher Reeve is your Superman, Ben Grimm. And then you've got, then there was like this whole controversy over Patty Jenkins, and she was going to direct the third Wonder Woman movie, but then they've ousted her, which, why, if you saw Wonder Woman 84, why would you want her to direct any other Wonder Woman movies? I mean, if she was on to officially direct the next Wonder Woman movie, like they said, yeah, you're doing it for sure. We want you to direct the next Wonder Woman movie. After 84, then I mean that's an indication that they were just completely off. So I mean, at least that's a good move that James Gunn has made to part ways with Patty Jenkins. Oh, and the Rob Pattinson Batman is not going to be a part of this new DCEU. So they'll have the Batman universe, because they're going to make more Batman movies with Robert Pattinson, but then there'll be another Batman within the James Gunn DCEU. You've got the Joker with Joaquin Phoenix. Then they'll have to bring in another Joker for the Gunn DCEU, but then they're going to have a Joker in the Rob Pattinson Batman universe. So they're going to just make it even more complicated. Give me a Blank Man sequel. They should keep Gal as Wonder Woman, but they won't. Yeah, they're not. They're not going to. She's out too. All of them are going to be out, which again is so weird, because they've still got this new Aquaman movie with what's his name as Aquaman, but then they're going to cast a new Aquaman. They've still got that Flash movie they're going to do something with Ezra Miller, but he's done. It's just an absolute mess, and I don't know. Yeah, it's got to be such a pain to be a DC fan these days. Hi, Jamie. Spider Piz 4, Far From Taco Bell. That'd be Spider Jeremy. We need a Spider Jeremy movie where, all the Taco Bells in the country are like, under attack, and he has to go save them. But here's a thought: if the MCEU wants to engender some happiness into their community, or to maybe even bring over some DC fanboys and girls and all those in between to Marvel, hire Henry Cavill to be something in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. What could Henry Cavill be? What Marvel character could Henry Cavill be? And speaking of Black Adam, I've heard that movie's completely awful too, and it's tanked at the box office. Henry is the best Superman since Christopher Reeves. I trust in James Gunn, but so mad that he decided to go a different way. At least Henry has the new role with... Oh, Henry has a new role with Marvel already? Really? By the way, how you doing, Lord Brian? So Henry Cavill has already been cast in a Marvel movie? Disney is talking to Henry about joining the Star Wars universe? Oh, well, thank you for that, Jamie. Henry is working on creating Warhammer. Really? Okay. Warhammer. I don't remember who Warhammer is. Let's see. Who's Warhammer here? Yeah, Henry Cavill next to play Warhammer 40,000 series for Amazon. Okay. Warhammer is a miniature war game produced by Games Workshop. Oh, so is it a Marvel thing, or is it like a I don't know. I've never heard of Warhammer. I was thinking he was it's rumored that he was a role in Loki or Captain Britain. Warhammer is a gaming series. He's going to do that with Amazon. Okay. All right. Well, I mean, look, you know, he's got a big fan base, and they're going to follow him to whatever he does. So if he goes into Marvel territory, they'll follow him into Marvel territory. The Warhammer game on Amazon, they'll follow him to the Warhammer game on Amazon. Punisher. Henry Cavill is Punisher. Okay. Cavill could be a good Nova. Who's Nova? He looks pretty cool. Oh, I've seen him before and stuff. Yeah, I've seen him before and stuff. Yeah. Cavill could do that. Oh, Eric, you watched The Leech on Arrow. Did you like it? The Nova. Oh, the Nova. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. I see here, Ben. Okay. I remember the Nova Corps in Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah. Brian got a crown on Twitch because he subscribed through Amazon Prime. If you are a Amazon Prime subscriber, you can subscribe to any channel on Twitch for free. But anyway, yeah, the DCEU, even though they're taking this scorched earth approach to the reboot, they can't even really do that. They can't even really do that right. So it's just such a mess. Such a mess. Like the whole DCEU up to this point has been kind of interesting to watch them fail, really. But yeah, I mean, I kind of want them to do something. I want them to succeed. So that maybe, I don't know. I was going to say if they succeed, then maybe Disney Marvel will change things up a little bit. But Henry Cavill would be a good Sith Lord as a new supervillain? Yeah, he would. I agree. I do believe he would. Hollywood Jeremy has got a message for everyone, a holiday message that he has asked me to share with all of you. And I'm going to do that right now.
The following announcement has been paid for by the pizowell.
Connor Jeremy brother was a pizowell. The very Merry Christmas. Happy Holidays. Brother. Too sweet.
So there you go. A holiday message from Hollywood Jeremy. Wishing everybody out there a happy holidays and a Merry Christmas. Oh, by the way, the yearly Silent Night Bloody Night watch along is scheduled for the 22nd. That is this Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And the following day, on the 23rd, beginning at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're going to be doing our Christmas stream. And in costume Christmas stream. So keep your, mark your calendars for those. That's going to be a lot of fun. I would personally love to see Henry as Aegon Targaryen. Okay. Anyway, Piz, did you go to the Victor Crowley event? I ran into Felissa Rose on a flight, and she said she was headed down to Kentucky. No, I didn't know there was an event. A Victor Crowley event here in Kentucky. I had no idea. Let's do a quick unboxing. Ugh. So I've got something here I picked up from Amazon. It was, it's something that I caught on sale, and it was at such a good price, I couldn't pass it up. So here we go. Live unboxing. Ah, there it is. That is a Christmas present. But this is something I got for myself. It is the Evil Dead Groovy Collection. This set includes the Evil Dead and the Evil Dead 2 on 4K, as well as the Ash vs. Evil Dead series, which, yes, I own several editions of the Evil Dead 1 and 2 on DVD and Blu-ray. But this is 4K. This is 4K. And just a really cool looking box set. I held off on getting this because I already own Evil Dead 1 and 2 on a bunch of different formats. And I also own Ash vs. the Evil Dead, the series, as well. And so I held off on picking it up. This went on sale for, I think, it was like $40 maybe. And at that point, I couldn't say no anymore. So I felt like I needed a little grooviness added to my collection. So there you go. It's groovy, man. It's super groovy. Super groovy. Yes, indeed. Yeah, it would have been nice if Army of Darkness was in there too, but it's owned by a different company, and Scream Factory has that license. So, what's up, the Bearded Sloth? How you doing, sir? What time does Jeremy wake up on Christmas morning? Jeremy will be waking me up on Christmas morning. Jeremy wakes up early every morning because he goes to bed so early at night. So on Christmas morning, he will be waking me up at probably, I'm going to guess 7 a.m. will be, he usually gets me up about 7 on Christmas morning. That's as long as he can wait. So I'm assuming it's going to be 7. It may even be earlier. I don't know. You never know with Jeremy. You never know. But the Groovy Collection is here. It's time to get groovy. Oh, goodness. So, I wanted to recommend a couple of holiday horror movies to you guys. Because the holidays are here, and I'm sure some of you have already started clearly, I'd say most of you have already started your holiday horror watch lists. But I wanted to recommend maybe some more obscure holiday horror movies that I think are worth checking out. I'll probably get that Texas Chainsaw Massacre 4K. I did pre-order. I've not pre-ordered it yet, though. I did pre-order the Gates of Hell / City of the Living Dead 4K from Cauldron on Friday. Joe Bob did Don't Open Till Christmas. Okay. That's good. I mean, I'm glad that movie I'm glad that movie's getting some love. I really am. So I'm glad. I'm glad that Joe Bob talked about it. You're on Silent Night, Deadly Night 4 right now, movie fan. Okay. All right. Watched SNDN 2 last night, says Punisher Batman fan. Black Christmas 1974, number 1 all day, of course. Yes, that's a classic. Dave loves Anna and the Apocalypse. What are some of your all's other favorite holiday horror movies? Maybe some of the more obscure ones outside of Silent Night, Deadly Night, and Black Christmas. Let's do some deep dives here. I'm going to throw one at you guys that I love. It's an anthology holiday horror movie. It's called A Christmas Horror Story. I do believe it's on Shudder at the moment. You can also find it on Tuby. But that one has been part of my yearly holiday horror scheduling ever since I first saw it a few years ago. Really cool, really cool wraparound story with William Shatner of all people. William Shatner. And then you get three stories, of course. And they're all three of them are, at the very least, I think, good. One involves the Krampus, of course. One involves changelings, which is cool. And then you have one that is just kind of a, haunting possession story. It's a little by the books, but it's still not bad. But I really like A Christmas Horror Story. If you haven't seen it, add that to your list. Again, it's on Shudder. It's on Tuby. Definitely worth checking out. Ewan says P2. Yep. Oh, you're due to finally watch P2. Yes, yeah. And P2 is not bad. It's not bad. I don't think it's great, but it's not bad. It's not bad. And yeah, it takes place during Christmas. So there you go. Rare Exports. That's a good one. Blood Beat. Yes, indeed. Blood Beat. Krampus. Silent Night, Deadly Night 5, of course. Home for the Holidays with Sally Field. Yeah. Oh my God. I knew it. I knew somebody would throw out Jaws 4. I knew somebody would throw out Jaws 4 sooner or later. It does take place during the holidays. That's true. It does take place during the holidays. Let's see. I got my copy of the new Santa Claus release from what's it called? Twisted Terror? Terrorvision. Yeah, Terrorvision. I'm sorry. And I watched it the other night. It looks great. It looks it looks better than it's ever looked. And what's funny is there's footage in this version that was not in the old DVD version. Like there's a whole new opening credit sequence. There's just additional footage that's not in the old DVD release. So that's pretty cool. And got a new interview with Debbie Rochon. Got a new interview with John Russo. And yeah, it's it's a bad movie, but I've always enjoyed it. I watch it every holiday season, and I love this tagline on the back. He's clawing through the snow, and his sleigh bells are ringing. Yes, 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 yes. Favorite non-horror Christmas movies. Oh, okay. What's up, MNK7777? Favorite non-horror Christmas movies? A Christmas Story would be number one. I love Scrooged with Bill Murray. I like the Albert Finney Christmas Carol. That's the one that's very dark and grimy and grim. That's my idea of Christmas. Let's see. Well, I mean, National Lampoon's Vacation, of course. I'd say that's my list. Not a bad list. Silent Night 2012. Yeah, I rewatched that the other night. That's a fun slasher. Oh, and Joe Bob did A Christmas Horror Story as a second feature. Really? Well, that's good. I'm glad. I'm glad Joe Bob talked about that one. That one needs more love. Just like Don't Open Till Christmas. Not obscure, but Tales from the Crypts and All Through the House scared the crap out of me as a kid. Yep. As it should. As it should. The Lodge. The Lodge. The Lodge takes place during Christmas. It does. You didn't care much for it. I liked The Lodge a lot. That was one of my favorite movies of, when did that come out? 2019? I like that movie a lot. Christmas Evil, yeah, I watch Christmas Evil every year. I've never seen The American Scream, I don't believe. Does ATM count, or is that more of a New Year's horror? You know what? I've actually heard a couple of people mention ATM as a holiday horror movie. I've seen it. I don't remember. Let me make sure that that's because isn't there a couple of different ATM or horror movies that take place around an ATM? No, this is the one I saw. Yeah, this is the one I saw. I don't remember very much about it, though. Yeah, I don't remember very much about it. If you've not dropped a like on the stream, please do so. I'd appreciate that. It's a Wonderful Life. Gremlins, yeah, Gremlins. Oh, yeah, yeah. Home Alone, of course. Jingle All the Way. Yeah. Oh, goodness. Bad Santa. I love Bad Santa. Yes, yes. Yes, how could I forget Bad Santa? What's up, Boogie Manny? Christmas Cruelty, the new Unearthed release with commentary track from Flesh Wound Features. Dead End is technically a Christmas movie. Dead End. I don't know if I've seen that one either. Oh, yes, I have. Okay, yeah. That's the one with Ray Weiss. Yeah. I saw that one a long, long time ago. I don't remember much about it either. I remember liking it, but I don't remember anything specifically about it, though. Santa's Sleigh, yeah. Yep, with Bill Goldberg. Yeah. Speaking of which, I need to... My DVD of Santa's Sleigh messed up. Several years ago, Jeremy and I were going to do a live commentary for Santa's Sleigh. And the DVD was, I don't know, the DVD just didn't work. Like it wasn't scratched up or anything. It just didn't work. It was weird. And I'd owned that thing for years and never had any issues out of it. You can get the DVD for $9.99 on Amazon. It won't be here till after Christmas, though, Amazon says. Damn it. Christmas Cruelty has a baby and a circular saw. That's all you really need to know. Ugh. Ugh. It's about a family on their way to a Christmas Eve party on a never-ending road in the middle of a forest. It's been a long time since I last saw it. Wind Chill sounds familiar. Maniac Cop 2 is a Christmas movie? Good Tidings. I don't know if I've seen that one. Good Tidings. Has anybody seen Secret Santa? The one that Adam Marcus directed? I liked that one. I thought that one was fun. Who tuned in for the Eric Freeman live stream that I did the other night? Or I should say the live stream I did with Eric Freeman the other night, because that was a lot of fun. If you missed that live stream, you should definitely check it out. What's up, Usu? Movie fan, I did. It was great. Great live stream with Eric. Thank you, Alex. I don't know. Christmas Bloody Christmas. I thought it was okay. I don't know. I really disliked the characters. I really disliked the characters. Oh, thank you, Kev. And I gotta tell you, those super bright, like neon lights just kind of gave me a headache after a while. The lighting and those just insufferable characters, I was struggling to get through the first half hour or so. And then there was that great sequence where, the Santa is like let loose. And that I loved. That bought the movie some more time with me. And I don't know, it's okay. It's okay. It's the Terminator in a Santa suit on a much smaller scale. And don't know if I'll ever revisit it, but you know. What's up, Retrug1? Different type of question, but interested to hear your take. Rank Goodfellas, The Godfather, The Godfather 2, and Scarface. I would say Scarface is 4. Goodfellas is 3. The Godfather is 2, and The Godfather 2 is 1. Although I don't know, man, I love Goodfellas so much. I don't know. That's a tough one. I'll just stick with that ranking. If Rob Zombie directed a Christmas movie, perhaps. If Rob Zombie directed a Christmas movie, let's just think about that for a moment. A Rob Zombie Christmas movie. So many possibilities there, and none of them sound good. It's a Rob Zombie Christmas with special guests, Bill Moseley, and of course, Sherry Moon Zombie. No, we didn't talk about gangster movies. Somebody asked me to rank Goodfellas, Godfather, Godfather 2, and Scarface. So that was my ranking for those 4 movies. I've had to watch so many scary bad Hallmark and Lifetime Channel Christmas movies with my GF this month. Oh, DG. You must love that woman. You must love that woman to endure those, man. Okay, so okay. How much does your woman love you to force you to endure those movies? That is the real question here, DG. You clearly love her, but maybe she just likes to see you suffer. Silent Night Bloody Night is on about 1 million different DVDs because it's a public domain film. It got a release from Film Chest on DVD a few years ago, and they did a pretty good job of cleaning that movie up. But I think the best version of that movie is on YouTube. A really nice, cleaned up version of that movie is on YouTube. So, but if you want to own it on physical, look for the film chest version. Silent Night, Bloody Night 2. Yeah, I've avoided... I think there's actually a couple of different Silent Night, Bloody Night sequels. Either non-official or maybe kind of official. And I've avoided both of those. I think one of them is like it's a British, it was made in Britain, or it was made in the UK, and I don't know about the other one. But I'm pretty sure there's at least 2 different Silent Night, Bloody Night sequels. I've not seen Day of the Beast. I've added that one to my list, though. I've actually not seen the Black Christmas 4K. I decided to hold off on that one. I've heard people say that it looks beautiful, though. But I decided to hold off. So there's some lesser known holiday horror movies to check out this holiday season. You know, look into A Christmas Horror Story, Rare Exports. I like The Lodge. The Lodge is not a fun horror movie, though. It's a pretty heavy, pretty dark horror movie. So keep that in mind. Santa's Sleigh with Bill Goldberg. Is that movie available? Is that movie on it's got to be on Tuby. Surely it's got to be on Tuby. Let's look it up. Let's find it on Tuby. It's not on Tuby. Holy crap. Wow. I'm surprised. Actually, why don't we let's look through Tuby's holiday horror section here. What do you say? And let's see what jumps out at us. Well, if I can get this to work. There we go. All right, so what do we got here on Tubi? We've got, there's All Through the House, which I saw that. Let's just, they don't have Santa's Sleigh, which is weird, but let's look up holiday horror. Krampus Unleashed, The Elf, Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol. Oh, they got Black Christmas. They've got Krampus, the Christmas Devil, Mother Krampus, The Killing Tree. Oh, is that? Yeah, that's the one about the the killer tree. Mercy Christmas. I remember that one being pretty good. Christmas Evil. Great film. A Christmas Sleigh. I don't want to watch it. I just wanted to look at it. Okay. Interesting. The Children. Rare Exports. There you go. There's Silent Night, Bloody Night on Tubi. Silent Night, Deadly Night 3. I was not a big fan of Red Christmas. Not a big fan of Red Christmas. I've seen All Through the House. I remember it was okay. Good Tidings. What? Halloween Pussy Trap Kill Kill. What? I don't want to watch it. I said I don't want to watch it. Thank you. I just want to see an all-girl band headed to their biggest gig are lured by an evil genius into his hell house where a trap room requires the death of some for escape. And it stars Richard Grieco and Dave Mustaine. Richard Grieco and Dave Mustaine star in Halloween Pussy Trap Kill Kill. That one is going right on my watch list. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Sleigh Bells. Amityville Christmas Vacation. Huh. All right. Amityville Christmas Vacation. Wally wins a trip to Amityville, and his antics lead to a ghost falling in love with him. Can the spirit of Christmas bring them together? Wow. That sounds like a touching, moving love story. Dead by Christmas, Feeders 2, Sleigh Bells. Interesting. Is Orphan considered a holiday horror movie? Okay, I think we're outside of. We've. Why are all these like Hallmark movies listed in holiday horror? Our Christmas Love Story. Why is that here? Destined at Christmas. Mistletoe Time Machine. Now those sound like real horror movies to me, but why does Tuby have them listed as holiday horror? Christmas Karen. That one sounds interesting. A Flurry Little Christmas. Oh, a Furry Little Christmas. Not a flurry. A Furry Little Christmas. Christmas at the Holly Hotel. Merry Wishmas. All right, we've gone way off the rails here. Way off the rails. But there are there's some good holiday horror movies on Tubi, and there are what appear to be some really bad ones too. And why only Silent Night, Deadly Night 3? Where's 4 and 5? Or 1 and 2 for that matter. Well, very interesting. Very interesting. Do I have any interest in making a fan film specifically for YouTube? No, not really. I don't know what. No. Is it wrong? I have 6 copies of Elves. Whatever floats your boat, man. Speaking of Amityville, are you a fan of any of those movies? I've seen the first, but heard the second one is really good. Do you recommend? I'm not a big fan of the first one, honestly. The second one is probably the best out of all of them, to be honest. But it's been years and years and years since I last saw any Amityville movie. Metallica or Megadeth? Ooh. Metallica. I've seen Jesus Christ Vampire Hunter. It's been a while, but I've seen that one. Hollywood Jeremy's doing good. If you missed the Hollywood Jeremy's holiday message to everybody, I'll play that again soon. I'll play that again soon. Some interesting titles on Tuby for holiday horror, that's for sure. Very interesting titles. The Keep is going to be remade again. Anybody a fan of The Keep? Michael Mann's movie from the 80s. I love it personally. I think it's it's a mesmerizing movie to watch. It doesn't make much sense, and the last act of it is messy to say the least. But I love the visuals. I love the score. It's just it's a beautiful, haunting, enchanting movie. But there's issues behind it that have prevented it from getting an official DVD or Blu-ray release in the U.S. There was a DVD release of it from, I think, Viavision a few years ago, but whether that one was official or not, I have no idea. But I've heard all sorts of things about that movie. I've heard that it has ties to the mafia, that Michael Mann hates it. He never wants it to be released. His director's cut of that, or his original cut of that movie, was like 3 hours long, and Paramount chopped it down to an hour and a half. So he hates it. The author of the book The Keep, F. Paul Wilson, hates the movie and hates Michael Mann. But it's one of those movies that's got a huge cult following, and there's a lot of people who would love to see a new release for it. I guess that's probably never going to happen. So, F. Paul Wilson actually announced recently that there's going to be a remake of The Keep, or another adaptation of The Keep, that's going to be directed by Greg Nicotero. Which, interesting, apparently Nicotero is a big fan of the novel. And, of course, everybody, I think, knows Greg Nicotero from K&B, and he's been, he's worked behind the scenes on The Walking Dead and the Creepshow series on Shudder. They covered The Keep on the new Quentin Tarantino podcast. Okay, that's cool. I love The Keep's movie poster. Yep, I've got an original one sheet for The Keep. Big Crack Rock, you are exactly right. As a matter of fact, Robert Brian Wilson and Eric Freeman are both in a Hallmark Christmas movie directed by David Duchovny. And they're in the same scene together, but Eric's voice they dubbed over Eric's voice. Another actor dubbed Eric's voice. So weird. But I wonder if I can find that scene. Hold on. Let me see if I can find that scene on YouTube. Surely I won't get a cop. Well, I don't know. Let me see. But yes, a Hallmark movie, Christmas movie, with both Robert Brian Wilson and Eric Freeman in it. They share a scene, but they dub over Eric's voice. I'm not seeing. I know it was on YouTube at one point, and directed by David Dakota. Which, look up David Dakota's resume on IMDb. I don't know. I'm not finding it here. It used to be on YouTube. It may have got taken down. It's not a big scene or anything, but it's odd that they're in a scene together and they've dubbed Eric's voice. So I don't know. Maybe this new keep will encourage Paramount to release the old keep on Blu-ray. That'd be great. I'd be all for that. That was one of the good things back in the day, in the early 2000s, about all those remakes, is that if a movie got a remake, you knew it was going to get a new DVD or Blu-ray release. So that was the one good thing about the remake era. I've not seen Nicotero's short film United Monster Talent Agency. Don't believe so. Eric Freeman would be a good Michael Myers. He really would. He most certainly would. So for those of you who missed Hollywood Jeremy's holiday message, here it is again.
The following announcement has been paid for by the PWO.
Hunter Jeremy, brother, was a PWO. The very Merry Christmas. Happy Holidays. Brother. Too sweet.
There you go. Special holiday message from Hollywood Jeremy. Picked up Spookies from Vinegar and watching it for the first time. What's the Piz rating for Spookies? 10 out of 10. Love that movie to death. Love it, love it, love it. I've not seen Mad God. I hear it's good, though. I hear it's good. But I love Spookies. I hope you enjoy Spookies. Fun movie. You watched the 4K of Invisible Maniac. Yep. I watched mine a few days ago. It looks great. Lots of nice extras on there. Really happy to finally have Invisible Maniac on. I would have been happy with a 4K, or I would have been happy with a Blu-ray, but I'm ecstatic that it's on 4K. What releases do I think VS will put out next year? Oh, good question. Hopefully Psycho Cop. What's that Don Coscarelli movie that never got... What's it? Hunter's Moon? Is that what that's called? Hunter's Blood. Was that the Don Coscarelli movie? No, that's not the... Hunter's Blood has never gotten a release beyond... VHS, at least in the States. So, Hunter's Blood, that'd be cool. But what's that Don Coscarelli movie that's not gotten... Seems like it was similar to Hunter's Blood. Survival Quest. Did that ever get a Blu-ray release? Stars Lance Henriksen, Tracy Lynn from Fright Night 2, Mark Rolston, Dermot Mulroney, Catherine Keener. Really nice cast. Of course, Reggie Bannister. I don't think that one got... got a DVD or Blu-ray. I need to check out more Michael Mann movies. Love Heat. His directing style was great in that. Yep. I agree, Ritrug. Check out Manhunter. Check out Thief. Let's see. The Keep, of course. Collateral is really good. So there's some Michael Mann films to look into. If I could only have one streaming service, which one would I pick? I want to say Shudder because I want to support Shudder. I'm just going to say Shudder. Well, thank you, Ruben. Thank you. Quick question for Jeremy. What should I order from Taco Bell? I can speak on behalf of Jeremy. He would say soft shell tacos and a Pepsi or a Mountain Dew. Sometimes he wants a Mountain Dew. But he would throw in a what he calls a tall man blood slush, which is their... oh God, I'm drawing a blank. I think of it as a tall man blood slush, and I forget. It's a. Oh my God, it's not an orange. It's not orange. It's oh God. I'm gonna have to look it up here. It's gonna hurt my brain. Mango. It's a mango. slush that's got cream in it. It's really good. But Jeremy calls it a tall man blood slush because tall man's blood is yellow or yellow-orange, and he thinks that slush looks like tall man's blood. So he calls it a tall man blood slush. The Insider is a good Michael Mann film. Thank you for recommending Evil Laugh. Loved that one and ended up checking out Hard Rock Nightmare, which was also a lot of fun. Cool. Tall man blood slush. Jeremy and I have a video coming out sometime this week where we got sent some uniquely flavored chips and sodas from Texas. So that review will be out sometime this week. If you like our soda and food videos, that one will be out soon. Yeah, I'm a fan of synthwave music. Yeah, Time Cop 1983 is really cool. Yep. Hey, Mrs. Erica Lauren Horn Mason, Merry Christmas to you. Favorite non-horror director? Michael Mann would be up there. Michael Mann would definitely be up there. Terrence Malick would be up there. Scorsese. I mean, I'm sure I could think of a bunch, but I'd say those would be my top three. Those would be my top three. Gunship is good. Yep. Yep. That Lost Boys Gunship song and video is really good. Really good. Mountain Dew and OJ. Taco Bell was selling it for a short time back in the day. Mountain Dew and OJ. That's an odd combination, but I think that might actually taste good. I think that might actually taste good. We've been going for almost 2 hours tonight. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about before we wrap things up? Anything else on your mind? Such an odd combination that Taco Bell would be serving Mountain Dew and OJ. It's weird. Yeah, and if you've not dropped a like on the stream, please do so. I'd appreciate that. Do you think Jeremy would love some New Jersey pizza? He loves pizza. We had some pizza tonight. We ordered a shakaroni from Papa John's. So we had some pizza tonight. Jeremy's a pizza guy. So yeah, he'd probably like some. I'm sure he'd enjoy the Jersey pizza. What's the one film that puts you in a good, happy mood? A Serbian film. That one, just whatever. If I'm sad or if I'm down, I put that on. It's guaranteed to just perk me right up. That one always does the trick. Yeah, I liked the Orphan movie. I like both the Orphan movies. I thought the Orphan sequel they did recently was actually pretty good. But to seriously answer your question, Ruben, probably Drive. Every time I watch Drive, I just have like a big smile on my face the whole time. I just love the look of that movie and the feel of that movie and the sound of that movie. And yeah, I love everything about that movie. And every time I watch it, I just have a big smile on my face. I'd like to see The Whale. It's not playing anywhere near me, though.
Garbage Day! Huh? No!
Horror Collections 13, thank you for the $4.99 super chat. That's very kind of you, sir. Very, very kind of you. No, I've not reviewed a Serbian film. Nightcrawler's good. Yep, I like Nightcrawler. Just rewatched Drive a week or so ago and so good. Yeah. Love your answer, Piers. I love Drive as well. The soundtrack just makes you so emotional. Yeah. Great soundtrack. Blair Witch 2 is your go-to, Dave. Okay, interesting. Stoned Age. Yes, I love that movie. That's a movie I'd love to see a Vinegar Syndrome release. Love the Stoned Age. Such a fun movie. I heard you say once that you didn't like Martyrs. Would like to hear your criticisms? From my impression, you enjoy more of the fun over-the-top slashers without the depressing stuff. Martyrs for me it just wasn't a fun movie to watch. Like there's movies that just like to, I think they want to be extreme just so somebody will comment on social media about how brutal and how extreme they were. And that's really all they've got going for them is that. So I was having this conversation with somebody the other day about, like Terrifier 2, the brutality in that movie. I mentioned it in my review. I was rooting for Art. I was like, Art, killer. And I was having fun with that kind of brutality. But like the martyrs brutality, or like what I've heard about Christmas cruelty, that's just the kind of stuff that to me, it's like the filmmakers have, that's all they have. They don't have a story. They don't have anything worth value. So it's like, let's just make it extra gory, super brutal. Just think of the worst possible thing, just think of the worst possible demise that you can think of, and we'll film that, and we'll take it even further, and it'll be super bloody and super gory, and that'll get people's attention, and people will talk about that on social media. And that'll get us attention through social media and maybe get a few people to buy our movie. So, those kinds of movies I typically just do not like. I don't find any fun in them. I don't find any redeeming qualities in them. So, yeah, that's kind of, and Martyrs, they were going for something a lot deeper with Martyrs. I didn't. It didn't resonate with me, but I think they were at least trying to do something. They were at least trying to do something other than just brutality, but it just didn't work for me. So like that movie, a Serbian film that I threw out there earlier, yeah, it's just, I don't know. Not really my cup of tea. I've seen Arlington Road. Not recently, though. Oh, that's bullcrap, Cliff. That's bullcrap. USPS stole your Vinegar Syndrome Christmas Evil Blu-ray? That's not good. Christmas Evil is a great movie, but I mean, it's the kind of movie that you've gotta, it's not the, I mean, if you're looking for a slasher movie, or if you're looking for, a kill every 10, 15 minutes, that's not Christmas Evil. Bismo Funyuns, thank you for the $5 super chats. Martyrs was not fun, LOL. The end killed it for me too. Yeah, what was the whole point of Martyrs? Was like to torture someone to the point where they just so dumb. Yeah, so dumb. Torture them to the point where they have some sort of they can see the other side. They can. Who cares? Who cares? Maximum Overdrive's fun. I like Maximum Overdrive a lot. Shutter Island. Yeah, I like Shutter Island. I saw that in the theater when it first came out back in whenever it did come out. But yeah, I like it. I think I'm going to call it a night, folks. We've been going for 2 hours. And I've got a video that I need to finish editing that's going to be out tomorrow. I've got a new review coming out tomorrow. I've got a retrospective and review and Blu-ray review that's going to be out sometime next week. That's a big one. And I've got the video with Jeremy where we're reviewing some tasty treats and flavored sodas from Texas. That'll be out next week, hopefully. And I'm doing 2 streams next week, of course. I've got the Silent Night, Bloody Night stream, the watch-along stream on Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And our Christmas stream is going to be the following day on the 23rd at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So it's going to be a busy week. Let me do some shout outs here. Shout out to Kev24, M, Retrug1, Lord Brian, MNK7777, Olivia, Grave Dank, and Sting of the Scorpion for tuning in over on Twitch. Thank you all very much. Shout outs to Horror Collections 13 for the $4.99 super chat. And shout out to Bismo Funyuns for the $5 super chat. Thank you guys very much. And let's see who's still with me on YouTube. We've got Rick Hunter, Dave. We've got Ryan, the Hatch family. Michael Sullivan, Ewan Thomas, Fiji Internet. Can I please take off my shirt for us before you go? You asked for it. You asked for it, Fiji, so you're going to get it. You're going to get it right now. How bad do you want it? How bad do you want it? I'm asking you a question, Fiji. How bad do you want it? Hold on, I need to take another shot. If I'm going to get naked here, I'm going to have to take another shot. That's good. Fiji Internet's really bad. Really bad. You want it really bad. Is that right? How much is it worth to you? That's the question here. They meant they don't want it really bad. Piss starting OnlyFans. Do it for the PW, dude. Come on. I need to see some scratch. You want nakedness. I got to have some scratch. So back to the shout-outs, because Fiji really doesn't want it. He's just playing. Or she, whoever. Let's see. Michael Sullivan, Ruben Delator. There's Horror Collection 13. Robert Long, Entertainment Wizard, Movie Fan, Jimmy L. Captain Halloween, my buddy Keith. Glib Glob. Cliff Booth. 345 Akimbo. Bog Zombie, K. Crow. Barney Likes Beer. Love that name. Swaggy G. Art of the Video. Ming Dang. Saturn Video. Craig Thompson. Mrs. Erica Lauren Horn Mason. Chester 22. Thank you all for tuning in tonight. It's been fun. as always. And yeah, thank y'all for hanging out. Please drop a like on the stream before you depart. Everybody take care. Be well. Stay warm. And keep your eyes peeled for a lot of videos coming out this week from me and Jeremy. So, have a great rest of your night. I'll see you again soon. Take care. Peace.